Hey there, and welcome to Mini Urban Farm, a channel about gardening and homesteading in the suburbs. My name is Veronica, and I created a course called Plan, Grow, Harvest, which is a complete guide to growing food in your backyard. I have taken the past 15 years of experience, everything that I've learned on growing food in my backyard, and put it into this course. And today I am giving you a sneak peek of the course because we are going live as of Saturday, December 3rd, 2022, which means that you have approximately 1 day left. All right, this is the last day for the pre-sale price. All right, as of tomorrow, it will be going up to the regular sale price once it is live. So if you are looking to learn how to grow food next season, you want to be as prepared as you possibly can, then this course is for you. Now, if you sign up today and you buy the course on pre-sale before tomorrow's launch, then you will also be getting a 20-minute garden consultation completely free as an added bonus. Once you purchase, there will be a link that you get sent that allows you to schedule that consultation with myself so that you can review any questions that you have and specifically to your garden. So let me take you into my computer and I will show you the contents of the course and give you a sneak peek. Okay, so once you log into your portal, right, once you purchase the course, it will look like this. This is the pre-sale version of it, all right? So right now, that is on pre-sale. There is only one thing open to you. It is the welcome and intake session. And as of December 3rd, which is Saturday, this portion will have a whole bunch more lessons that you can complete, all right? A little bit about me here, and then it'll track your percentage completion. And this is on Teachable. So I am going to switch over here to our back end view, all right? You can see that's the only thing published right now, but there's a whole bunch more things in here that will be flipped on as of December 3rd. So we have 6 modules total. We have module 1, getting started. We have module 2, garden planning. Module 3, get planting. We have module 4, maintaining your garden. Module 5, troubleshooting garden issues. And then a wrap-up module, module 6. So everything in here that is included in the course is a series of video lessons, article lessons, and downloads, all right? So all of these things, once they're flipped on, you'll be able to come in here, just click on them, and you can see also there's a resources section where everything is gathered up into one area for each module and a chance to ask questions. All right, so if I come in here and click edit lecture, then you'll see the instructions for asking questions throughout the course, and then resources, how to access those. So if I come back in here, let's go with module 2, right? The module 1 is like the instructions and overcoming the overwhelm and finding your why, which are important, but it's not necessarily the meat and potatoes of the course. So for module 2, garden planning, all right, there are a lot of lessons in module 2 because growing a successful garden really starts with planning. All right, that has been the way that I have been able to reach my garden goals, right? You have here a section on setting your own garden goals, and that has really been how I've been able to accomplish it, by planning things out ahead of time. I truly believe that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So at first you can see we have some overviews and just the general space that you're going to need. This is a question I get asked a lot. Can you grow food in a small amount of space? And the answer is yes. I go a little bit more detailed into that. And then coming in here, I go into deciding what to grow and doing some crop research. All right, so I have 2 things dedicated to that, 2 separate lectures. So when I come in here and click that, right, there's a video and then there's some information and then a PDF download on, how to do that research and ultimately how to grow things that work for your garden, because I can give you my favorite things to grow, but they won't necessarily work for your own garden space. All right, so you're going to have to do the work and figure that out. And I have provided an entire guideline and map out on how to do that. All right, we have some more information on starting your garden beds, right, and watering for beginner gardeners, but then also I jump into some techniques to maximize the space and how to map out your garden successfully. All right, I share my seed starting setup, everything that I use, everything that you should have, and how to go about setting that up. And then we have some information on seeds versus transplants, right? When to use what, and then where you should buy your seeds, how and when to buy your seeds, as well as a garden log. You can see that I have a PDF file here that you can download, as well as some information on how to log your garden season. Now moving into Module 3, Get Planting, we do have another overview, and then we have several lessons in this as well. It is slightly shorter because, like I said, the majority of what I do is actually planning out my garden. All right, so this is the fun part though, right? You're starting seeds, how many seeds to start. We go through how to do that correctly, and even how to plant them in the garden correctly, right? So they have the best chance possible. And then we go into fertilizing your garden, which I absolutely love. That is one of my favorite topics. All right, and using your garden map, of course. So if I come in here, you can see some of the material, all right, is in this text form. So you get more of a mix, not just videos, right? If you're not in a place where you can watch videos, you can go and read the text as well for those lessons. And then we have what to do after planting, which is just as important as planting out your crops so that they actually survive. And then a recap resource as well, and any Q&As. You can see this is where questions and answers from students will be uploaded. So if you have questions that are not covered in the course, something that you feel you want more information on, then you would email me as you go through the course, and I would film a video response to that question. All right, and I would upload it in here. In Module 4, we are maintaining the garden, all right? So everything that you need to know on, how to adjust your watering, how to stake and trellis your plants, how to use your garden time, all right? This is a huge one, and one of the reasons why I feel my garden is so successful, right? Because I schedule out my garden time very, very well, and it has been working for me for several years. And then what garden tools I use, all right? I take a very minimalist approach, and I'll click in here. I take a very minimalist approach to gardening. All right, so if you expand this, right, and I'm not going to click on it because that would give everyone all the information, but if you preview it, it expands and gives you pretty much everything that I use for gardening tools and my method and my techniques behind that as well. Now, I also have some information here on closing out the season and harvesting your crops, right? Like why you would want to harvest them early, why you would want to wait a little bit, the proper techniques to know when things are ready for harvesting, and closing out the season, everything that you need to do in order to ensure that you are, closing out the season correctly and preparing for your next season. And of course, we have those recap resources and Q&A sections here as well. Moving on to Module 5, right? Troubleshooting garden issues. I get tons of questions on how do you know what is causing the problem, and I have addressed that specifically here. I talk to gardeners all the time and they say, well, my plants died, but I don't know why, or my garden plants, have turned yellow and I'm not sure what the problem is. How do I fix that? How do I understand what's going on? How do I prevent it in the future? And I have shown you here how to identify the problem, but also quick fixes to common garden problems. All right, this is an entire chart, and I'll click in here for you guys. This is an entire quick reference guide with 3 pages worth of information on common garden problems and their solutions. I also talk about what to do in the event that plants do die, because that is the reality of life, and learning from our mistakes, right? Our lessons learned, our, trying to figure it out and logging everything that you need to know to have a better season the next time around. All right, one of my favorite things in here is the homemade compost and the growing organically sections, because of course I make my own homemade compost. I think that everybody should, and growing organically is not as scary as some people might think. I know that I put off growing organically, making that switch. I put it off for so long, and I really wish I would have started growing organically earlier, because if you're growing food in your backyard, then the goal is to grow food that is different than the store-bought food. All right, I can go to the store and buy a chemically enhanced tomato any day of the week, but I want something different from my own garden. And we're trying to grow cheaper than the food at the store, right? We don't want a tomato to cost us $40, and if you're buying tons and tons of chemicals to pump into your garden, then it is not going to be as cheap as you would like it to be when you're growing our own food from scratch. So that is the Module 5, Troubleshooting Garden Issues. And then we have, of course, a wrap-up section where you can input your thoughts, and I give you some of my final thoughts as well. So that is everything included in the course. It is a whole bunch of articles, videos, downloads, whole bunch of helpful information that you need to grow food in your backyard, from developing your garden plan and deciding what to grow, determining what will work the best for your garden, and having a successful garden plan, to planting out your garden, how to plant out successfully and the right way, how to germinate seeds super fast, all right, how to even troubleshoot issues that arise, because of course if you plant it, the pests will come and you'll have issues. It is inevitable. So if you're looking for a complete guide to growing food next season, then check out Plan, Grow, Harvest. The pre-sale ends today at midnight. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.